Welcome you all today. Welcome. We got another fun show, reaction show today. There was a video someone wanted me to react to, and it was a video that was on social media, but I really couldn't find that video on YouTube. Maybe like a 1 minute clip of some officers beating up a person. Hold on, let me. The cops beating up. Just beating the brakes off this guy. I really just want to show this clip though. But maybe I can react to this one first. Let me react to this one first. Let me see. Just give me 1 second. How you all doing today? Hope everybody's doing well. So let me just react to this one real quick. So somebody has to know this video right here about this guy getting beat up by the police. Let's play it. You all might know the video on Instagram. It's the video where the guy is just getting beat up by the police. I think it's like 3 officers beating him up. But this is not the guy that I'm showing right here. But this video right here. Hold on. What's up, you all? So this video, the police just beating this dude, punching him, kneeing him, punching him, kneeing him.
We gotta get out of here.
Hitting him, punching him in the stomach, kicking him. So yeah, so basically, we have a white guy being beat by the police, being beat up, and it seems like they're trying to get something from it. Either he might have something in his mouth, or something that they're trying to get from him. It seems like, I don't know, but white guy getting beat up by the police and nobody cares. This is why I don't buy into the whole notion of police brutality, because you all don't care about police brutality on everybody. You just care about one group. So if you care about one group, I know it's just BS. This guy is getting beat up and there's no outrage. White folks get killed by the police, no outrage. Hispanic people get shot by the police, no outrage. Asians, no outrage. Only outrage with one group, because they show you that one group on TV all the time. Now, this person right here getting beat by the police, if this was a black guy getting beat by the police, he would be on every single news outlet, on every talk show. If it was a black guy getting beat like this, he would be on everything that was available to mass media, everything. And y'all know it. But because he's white, he just gets to get beat up and nobody even cares. Nobody even cares. It's just they punching him in the head. I don't know I don't really know. I don't have any context, but I feel like they're trying to get something from, I don't know. But it appears to be wrong, though. It appears to be wrong to me, because if he ain't gonna give it up, he just ain't gonna give it up. They kicking him and beating him, they just beating him up. But again, there's no outrage behind it because he's white. That's why I don't buy into police brutality as anything, because I know you're gonna pick and choose who you care about being brutalized by the police. Okay, let's get to my real reaction
being so nice
about this guy.
Nice will never
and these
turned on.
And these fries. Now we talked before. About the entitlement, about the privilege, about all these things. You know, these are people that are afraid of the police. It's funny that black folks are afraid of the police, but black folks call the police the most. Yeah, you're right. A modern day Rodney King. But anyway, let's get into this guy right here. Again, if you all want to see this video being played, just come to my YouTube channel. I'm putting this in the comments. If you want to actually see the video being played, but you'll be able to hear the audio. But this guy is another example of privilege, being black and privileged. The audacity. This is one of the most audacious things I've ever seen in my life. This thing right here. Now, this guy on the picture, clearly, he does fit the description. You know, he has a neck tattoo, dreads. We're gonna be honest. He fits the description. Now, I know we all think it's fashion. I know we all think it's all these things, but we do know that when it comes to a street crime element, there is a certain type of look because they're really imitating rappers. So most of these guys in the streets, they idolize rappers. So they basically try to look like rappers. So if you want to look at the modern day criminal on the streets, look at the rappers and you're pretty much going to see how these criminals look. But yeah, thank you. So let's play this video. But this is actually hilarious, though. You know, it's actually hilarious.
6'2" Kennesaw. Did he advise what van? I got 3 white vans. I got 3, so. I got 3.
And yes, before I get started, there is such thing as black privilege, and I'll tell you why. There's no other group on the planet that gets to underachieve, not only have it celebrated, but also have concessions made for the underachievement. What that governor did in Oregon was absolutely disgusting. She went and signed a bill or signed whatever she signed into law at 1 a.m. in the morning. She went at 1 a.m. in the morning, and it basically said that black and brown students didn't have to have any requirements to graduate from high school because of racism. Think about that. Black and brown students in a state where hard drugs are legal, in a liberal state where hard drugs are legal, this governor goes in the dead of the night to sign something that basically says that black and brown students don't have to meet any kind of requirements to graduate. And I didn't see one protest. I didn't see one march. I didn't see anybody mention what she did. And it was absolutely disgusting. And nobody was outraged by it. So there is a such thing as black privilege. And the privilege of being black is that you don't have to give 110%. You don't have to do your best. You don't have to try hard. Black privilege is literally you can underachieve and it gets celebrated. You can underachieve and they make concessions for you. You cannot perform well and they say it's not your fault. It only happens to black people. No other group of people in the world get that concession. And maybe sometimes Hispanic people do. But let me get started.
White vans, nobody's come out of them. 10:22, I got contact. What's up, man?
We're the ones that called.
Okay, what's up?
Basically, we went in there, purchased the food. I guess there's something wrong with their server. Before tried to order on the little box thing. She said that wasn't working. He had to stop us from ordering and go help her.
Okay.
So he probably frustrated at work. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole scenario.
Okay. So why'd y'all call? So like, what happened?
Because we ordered the food. He couldn't print us a receipt.
Okay.
So he said the receipt would be.
Now imagine being so privileged that you call the police for a discrepancy with your order at McDonald's. Now, you all will tell me that black folks are getting hunted by the police. They shooting us down. They beating us. They wrongfully arresting us, wrongfully accusing us. The police are our number one enemy, according to the Democrats and Black Lives Matter and every other woke weekend warrior out there. Police are the number one enemy, but yet when this person is unsatisfied with his order, he feels entitled enough to call the police. Now we've seen a Karen operate, but he's gone way beyond a Karen. This is beyond a Karen. This is beyond a Darren. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. But let's continue.
He printed in the back. So I said, okay. So he said, me and my fiance looking for homes around here.
Gotcha.
So he went back to Progressive Rentals looking at homes. When I guess our order was called, but we don't even know our order number.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So now our food is sitting there closed. So when I come up, I say, I try to fry the fries. They're lukewarm, but they're not hot.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I just asked him, can we get some fresh fries?
Okay.
He said, okay, the fries are not hot. Touch the fries. I said, no, they're not hot. And at this point, you done touched them. So,
Yeah.
I had to get it fresh set.
Okay.
So he getting the fries, and I said, can I also get the receipt? That was 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, sir. 5 minutes ago, I can run my store however I want to run my store.
Okay.
It's not, sir, I done paid. He said, matter of fact, you can leave my property. Get off my property now. Or you can come and get, I'll do a refund. I said, sir, with Cash App card, it's 3 to 7 business days to do a refund. Just give me my set of fries and my receipt. That's what you're supposed to do anyway when I pay for my order.
Okay.
This is not my story. He telling me this is his business. He owns this. Like, it's not
I
that
understand.
deep. We just the fries and the burger.
Okay. Do you have your ID on you?
No, sir.
Okay. Well, maybe I have to get your information.
Okay, so he said all that. And do you have your ID? No. So we already know this is going to be a problem. Now, you got many people say, well, you don't have to show your ID. You got your rights. I'm a sovereign citizen, the police, yada, 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 yada. You can say whatever you want to say, but the police have a position of authority. And I guarantee before anyone else comes to your aid, the police will be there first. You can actually call the police and get some assistance. You can't really call your friends and family to come save you in a life-threatening situation. So for as much as we knock the police, we can agree that the police are very necessary, because in all the cities that spent all this time protesting, these BLM riots and protests, all those cities had the most increase in crime and homicides. The cities that had the defund the police campaigns and the marches and the protests, those cities had the highest spikes in homicide. Why did it happen? It happened because the police are like, okay, if we're the problem, let us step back. Once the police step back, we start killing more. During the middle of the Peter pandemic, when everybody was on lockdown, everybody was in the house, when nobody going nowhere, the homicide rate in our community went up. When wasn't nobody even on the streets, we still managed to kill more people. So nobody wants to talk about it. I get it, because it means you got to be accountable. But I just want to say that when the police take a step back, bad things happen.
Information. What's your last name?
Sims.
S-I-M-S?
S-I-M-E-S.
E-S. And first name?
A-N-T-O-I-N-E.
O-I-A-N-E. A-N-T-O-I-A-N-E. What's your birthday? What's a good telephone number for you? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and let you know he called as well. So y'all both called.
Yeah, we both called, right?
So I'm going to go in and talk to him. Hey, Carl, will you hang out with him? All right, he's going to hang out with you for a second, okay? I'm going to go ahead and talk to him real quick. Yeah.
Now, do you think Now, do you think that the owner is going to tell the same story that he told? Do you think the owner's story is going to sound like his story? Okay. This man called the police over some fries. But you want me to believe that we're being hunted down in the streets. But this story gets better. Let's continue.
Let's go inside. Let's talk inside. Outside of here. Somewhere. I don't want us to be outside talking.
Yeah, that's fine.
We can talk right here. We can go inside. It don't matter. So what happened?
He's got a lot.
Okay. So break it down for me. What happened?
He insists that all his food's cold.
Okay.
He's burning my hands. So whatever. That's not doesn't really matter.
Okay.
He took it to the next level, starts cussing me. You better give me fresh fries, mother. I'm saying, what? Here's the little old lady, and she just came up to us to see if he even talk to the police. I said, no, I got this. But he starts losing it, starts shoving his food at me. And then I said, sir, I said, well, tell you what, you can take your business elsewhere. Give me a car, give me a refund. No, you're not going to give me an effing refund. You're going to give me my food and my money back. I said, okay, look, sir, I shoved his food. I took his food. So he's got nothing to shove at me now, because next thing you know, he's throwing his drink at me.
So he cursed at the manager. He threatened the manager so much to the point where an elderly lady said, "You want me to call the police?" He said, "No, I got it." So the white man, who many will call racist, said, "Don't call the police." The irony of this whole story is the white guy, who you all would say is racist, said, "Don't call the police." The black guy, who you all would say is a victim, called the police. This is how crazy this story is. This is how insane and nuts this story is. Now, I know, because I grew up in the inner city, in the hood, in the ghetto. I didn't heard all the game. So I know when he's talking to the police outside, I know he's lying. Now, when y'all hear it, you won't think he's telling the truth because he's talking about somebody white. And that's how they trick you. They make you believe that the black person's right because they don't get along with the white person, which is absolutely foolish. But that's psychology, though. And I'm gonna do a course. I'm gonna start a course next month. I'm gonna start doing it on Zoom, but it's really going to be diving into the bLACK and how much this psychological program has really been embedded in us since birth. So much to the point where we can't even look at white people as human beings. We actually put white people on a godlike level, meaning if a white person has a bad day, they're racist. If a white person makes a mistake, they're racist. If a white person gave you the wrong change back, they're racist. If a white person gave you some cold fries, they're racist. Like, so we put them on a level to where they have to be perfect. We don't allow them any room for error. If they do anything wrong, they're racist. And if they agree with us, they're practicing white supremacy. But the irony of this is, this man that threw a drink at the owner of the store. He threw a drink at him. He shoved his food at him. You better get him out. All this stuff he done, but in front of the police, he's telling a whole different story. I know for a fact when the police have to get involved with you, 9.9 times out of 10, you have done something wrong.
Took food, just right in the trash. Give me your card, have your refund, take your business elsewhere. Please don't come back.
Okay.
Screaming at me, calling CT.
Okay. Did you give him his refund? Like, is that all part?
Refused to.
Okay.
So the guy offered him his refund. He didn't want to put it on the Cash App card like he said outside because it's 3 to 7 days before the money get on his account. So you done threw a drink at this white man. You done threw a drink at him. You done threatened him and you done cursed him. He's still going to give you a refund and you still curse him. What they don't tell you is that 9.9 times out of 10, the person that's getting involved with the police is wrong. I don't know anybody that I know that's been locked up or currently locked up that's innocent. I don't know anybody that is locked up or currently locked up that's innocent. I don't know anybody. And y'all don't either.
Okay.
Like,
No, you're fine.
This is the way he was talking.
Okay.
So I don't want him to see I don't want to ever have him back.
Okay.
The dude's obviously on probation, got an ankle bracelet on.
Okay. What is your information?
Now, this man has thrown a drink at the store owner, then cursed at him, then threatened him, then caused a scene in the store, called the police, and he literally has an ankle monitor on. He has an ankle monitor on. I told you, 9.9 times out of 10, when the police get involved, you done something wrong. Again, the owner didn't call the police. He did. So the owner endured all this and did not call the police. Most folks don't just jump up and call the police. And y'all know that.
If you have your ID, that is much easier. Perfect.
Now he asked the store owner. Now he asked, oh, it's the echo. My bad, y'all. My bad. I gotta mute myself. I'm sorry, I gotta mute myself. But the owner, the police officer asked the owner for his ID. So now we know that asking for ID is not based on race. He asked the owner for his ID and he's the victim. So now that we see that asking for ID is not based on race.
New guys?
I mean, I've been around for over a year. I don't think I've ever met you. Did you just take ownership or?
I've been around since 2011.
Okay.
I'm usually up at Giles Road.
Gotcha. What's a good telephone number for you? And you have to have his card to do a refund?
Yeah. I don't want him back in here.
Okay.
If you want to give me his card, I'll give you his refund.
Okay. Or you're not going to give him any more food. You're not going to like remake it. Okay. I mean, it's your business. You're right. I'm just asking.
I told him it's my business. It's my restaurant.
Okay.
No, it's not.
All right. I'll be right back. Okay.
So he's telling the guy, and he's upset because the guy said he owned the restaurant, the McDonald's. That's what pissed him off. So now you got this white guy who owns the restaurant. Now you feel like it's something, and it's just all this is psychological programming. All this is them telling you that you can go out here just because you're black, you can do what you want to do. And I saw this back in 2020 when they was letting y'all go out in the streets and steal flat screens, bundles, PS5s, lace fronts. They let y'all go out in the streets and tear the streets up, destroying all these black-owned businesses. They let y'all do it. And I hope I can find, there's a video I wanted y'all to see. There was a video of a guy from the 90s. This has been going on for a minute. None of this is new. You know, I grew up in the 90s, so I remember that they used to have songs coming out about none of this stuff is new. None of it's new. None of it. None of it's new. We can act brand new. None of this is new. Oh, man. This video should be pretty famous. I want y'all to see this guy crying. I'm gonna try to find it. I may do the next reaction on that one. But there are so many black-owned business owners that were crying in the 90s from the riots, and then you fast forward to 2000, and then you fast forward to 2020, and it's the same black store owners crying about their stores being torn up in the name of social justice. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, it's ridiculous. I'm gonna find that video though. I am going to find that video. I found it. Oh, he found it. Oh, I found it. Y'all done messed up now. Remember that bus driver in Ohio? You done messed up now. when that girl spit on him, and slapped him in the face, and y'all said he was wrong for giving her an uppercut. Hold on, let's continue. But back to this video. So the owner didn't call the police. The man threw a drink at him, threatened him, caused a commotion in his store, and he also is wearing an ankle monitor. Let's continue.
Mm-hmm. 1162 Kennesaw. Can you run one name and date of birth? Last name Sierra, India. Remake your food. He is willing to do a refund. He has no problems doing a refund, but he's not going to remake your food. Same thing. If you own a physical business, like you have, you can CT whoever. He has the right.
I'm just don't understand what I do. Just realistically, did I do anything?
I don't know. I'm not here to even figure that out. I'm here to keep the peace. Yeah, this is completely civil. So
Yeah, okay.
yeah.
I don't want to complain about it.
So
I'm just don't understand what I did wrong.
no, you're good. You have CT forms? Okay, I have CT forms. That's fine. It's not a big deal. So look, all right. So this is civil, okay? As a business owner, he has the right to refuse service to anyone he chooses to refuse service to. Just like if you own a business, you have the same right to do the same thing.
Exactly.
If you own a physical business, like you didn't have, you can CT whoever the hell you want. You can do whatever, as long as it's within the law, and that's within the law. Okay. All right. So hang out with him. I'm gonna get that form. It's a simple form that says, "Hey, just don't come back to this McDonald's." Now I'll tell you, if you do come back to this McDonald's when we get caught out here,
no,
you go to jail.
I'm not.
All right.
I'm not. I got it smart.
So, you cool with the refund?
Yeah. So
Okay.
I just gotta go in there and tap my card.
Yeah, I will get that in just a second. Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead. Remake your food. Owner, he has the right to not remake your food. He is willing to do a refund. He has
52, 14, and 17. The call taker is now landline with the female that's 7 Asheville District on First Street.
So now we get to the portion where this guy gives the police his real name, his real date of birth, and so they look him up, and he is wanted for murder. Now, imagine how delusional and privileged you have to be wanted for murder, wearing an ankle monitor already, and calling the police over some cold fries. Can you imagine the level of entitlement you have to be wanted for murder, wearing an ankle monitor, and have the audacity to call the police over some cold fries? And they want you to believe that when you see somebody on TV being stopped by the police in handcuffs, or God forbid, even being shot by the police, you believe that they're innocent. I don't know where you all grew up, but where I grew up, a lot of folks went to prison, a lot of folks went to jail, a lot of folks stayed in trouble, and they was guilty every time. The police don't have to do anything. They can just sit on the block and y'all gonna do crime right in front of them. The police ain't got to plant no dope. They don't have to do none of this stuff because y'all gonna do it for them. And now with social media, the police ain't got to leave the car. The police can go on Instagram or TikTok and watch y'all commit crime and then get the unit together and arrest y'all. Y'all rap, y'all stitch on each other in songs. You tell what kind of crime you did in the song. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. But this man got an ankle monitor on, wanted for murder, and he called the police about some cold fries.
Stand by. Stand by.
And the daughter is inside with her door locked. She should be the only one from 7 in the house.
Wanted person, caution, violence, armed and dangerous.
What's up, man?
Hey, I don't know if you pulled him, but he's being slick over here. He's got a big damn ankle monitor on.
I got you. I know. I got you.
Now the owner done walked back to the police car and he said he being slick. So I know he running his mouth. Owner said he being slick and he got the ankle monitor on. See, what y'all don't realize is that people will give you all grace if you're not foolish. People will give you all grace if you done threw a drink at the store owner, not the employee. Like you didn't throw a drink at the guy to just make the fries. Like the guy to come in every day and slave over the fries all day. You didn't throw it at him. You threw it at the store, the guy that owns the store. And then you mad at the police talking about, can he do this to me? And the guy said, yeah, he owns the store. He do whatever he want to do. So anyway, but again, entitlement. But you heard the description for the male. It said armed and dangerous. Now you all will say that's racist for that computer to say he's armed and dangerous, but the man's wanted for murder. And I can guarantee that ankle monitor is on his leg for some kind of violent assault. I can guarantee it. I work with these young kids, these young adults. I work with them. I can spot it a mile away. All this they innocent. Not when I was in the industry, in the field, they wasn't. When I was in it, I had the judges asking, can he come to y'all program? Y'all gonna work with him. Because he got he got an armed assault, he got attempted murder, he got a murder. So all this innocent stuff y'all talk about, I didn't see it. I saw the criminals getting locked up. But anyway, he's still talking slick to the owner, and the owner go to the cop to give him his to give him the receipt. I guess the refund. I guess I don't know what he go to. He had something in his hand, but he wanted to give him something. But he said he over there being slick, and he got that ankle monitor on his leg. And y'all gonna say that's snitching? I say it's justice. I already gave you a pass by not calling the police. So I didn't call it. You threw a drink at me in my store. I didn't call the police, and you still talking crazy? Oh no, lock him up. What they say on TV? Book him, Dano.
No, you're good. Mm-hmm. Oh, he's gonna do the refund, so I'll get you the card here in a second. Okay.
License status, suspended, 24-year-old male, wanted person, caution, violence, armed and dangerous.
Now you all heard that, right? You all heard what he just said. 23-year-old male, proceed with caution, so they giving him the readout of the young man. This is the readout from him. This is what is. So the police are, but guess what? In the midst of all this, have the police acted crazy? No.
Eleven sixteen.
Suspended, 24-year-old male.
What's your ETA?
So ankle monitor, wanted for murder, and suspended license, and you're throwing a drink at the store owner. It's just a lot. But when they tell you that you a victim and it's white folks' fault, you act like this. This what this creates. Blaming everything on white people creates this entitlement.
All right, spell your last name for me.
SIMES.
Okay. Where's your driver's license out of?
I don't have.
Okay.
I think my mother's.
Okay. SIMES. Spell your first name again.
ANTOINE.
Oh, I.
Always pay attention. When you ask someone a question and they answer something you didn't ask them, something is up. He said, "What state is your driver's license out of?" He says, "I don't have it." He didn't ask you that. So already I know it's some mess going on because he didn't answer the question. He answered it, just not that question. That's a telltale sign.
NA.
OINE.
OINE. Okay.
So I'm basically just banned from here.
Correct.
Not Kennesaw.
His name. Their name. I can't remember.
Yeah, so
We got new forms, so I don't know.
His name here, and then the manager's name.
That's what I thought.
So he's the manager or somebody else?
He's the owner.
So that's why he feels like it.
Like I said, if you want to take it in your house.
He said, "Oh, he's the owner, so that's why he feel like that." Do y'all see what this? Do y'all see what all of this lack of accountability creates? Now you know in the future, a guy like him, they're not gonna lock him up. Y'all know in the future, y'all gonna be so woke that where the criminals gonna be running around just free and just causing mayhem and destruction. And they're gonna say, if you want to be safe, then go stay in this complex right here like a slave with everybody else in the concentration camp. This is what all this racism talk does. This man said, "Oh, that's why he's acting like that. That's why he feels like that." Yeah, because it's my store. And you throwing a drink at me.
Yeah. Nah, this is just 10 bucks.
Is it 10-17?
I don't know yet.
Man, it's gaming, man. Yeah, I got the shades.
Authorized representative
I
of.
don't have the spoon. Yeah.
What's the address here?
It was like
1099.
yeah.
Yeah. Give me just a second.
Excuse me, sir. So there's no tickets or nothing like that?
No.
No.
It's gonna show up in
The way
like,
it works is like you're not going to get a fine for it.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna get him to fill this out. Okay, just whatever. Huh? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. All right, Mr. Sims, come over here. I'm gonna have you sign this.
I'm not under arrest or anything, am I?
No, sir. Just come over here. I'm gonna have you sign this real quick.
I said I'm not under arrest or anything.
No, you're not. Yeah, just come over here. I'm gonna have you.
Now, why would he think he was under arrest? Why would he? Somebody say he got to be high. Why would he think he's under arrest? You called the police. So why would you be under arrest? It doesn't make any sense. You got to know your rights. They can't do this. They can't do that. Yes, they can. You wrong. All this stuff about knowing your rights, and I don't have a problem with the police. I don't. So to me, to even have a problem with the police is a problem. Think about it. You all pass by 100 police cars a day and you don't get bothered. You pass by 1,000 police cars in a week and you don't get bothered. So what's making a person get bothered by the police? If you getting up and going to work, minding your own business, are the police bothering you? It's funny to me that a person that's never been stopped and shot by the police on the way to graduation. Notice that. No one's ever been stopped and shot by the police on the way to take the bar exam. No, nobody's ever been stopped and shot on the way to work. Why is it that people are always getting shot by the police when they're doing something they ain't supposed to be doing? And it's not just black folks getting shot by the police. It's white people, it's Hispanic, it's Asian, everybody getting shot by the police. You're right. That other cop car pulled up. He knew something was up. He knew something was up.
Sign this real quick.
You have to sign it saying that you don't come back to the property.
So you'll fill this part out.
Can I see it, sir?
Yeah. You come over here, man.
No, I'm afraid of y'all, sir.
Why are you afraid?
3 years, sir. I'm afraid of
All right, I'm gonna walk you through. Why are you doing that?
I know how to fill it out.
Why are you doing that?
Now, this man done killed somebody. He done threatened the store owner. He done threw a drink at him. He done cussed him out. He got an ankle monitor for something else. So he out here just living his best life as a criminal and had the audacity to say, I'm afraid of you all because I did 3 years in prison. I'm afraid of you all because I did 3 years in prison. This is media propaganda. Clearly, he's not afraid of the police. He called them. Clearly, he's not afraid of the police because he called them. But because he hears every day that we are afraid of the police, he believes that's a valid excuse to get out of trouble. I'm afraid because I did 3 years.
I know how to fill. Am I
All right.
right?
Yeah.
No, let's make it. Yeah.
Car. 6-2 Kennesaw, call Cobb.
Hey, y'all, he took off like Usain Bolt, didn't he? He got on flip-flops. He got on some Nike flip-flops and he took off like Usain Bolt. He probably was an athlete. He could have been an athlete instead of being a criminal. That man took off. Well, they caught him next door at the apartment complex.
Got him! Contact! Backside!
to go to the hospital.
Huh?
You get to go to the hospital.
I need to go to the. Well, I fell too.
Hold up, you guys. There's another video, and you hear him hollering when he get hit with that taser. I gotta find that video. I gotta find that video. I have to find that video. I gotta find a taser video, y'all, because he got hit with that taser, y'all, and he was hollering. He was hollering like a stuck pig. Hold up. Let me find that video, y'all. He was hollering like a stuck pig. It's hilarious. I'm sorry. It is hilarious how he was. Because on this video, they muted the mic. I got one more video. I think this is it right here. I think this is it.
Inflation is literally making our lives impossible to afford.
We've got 2 kids to put through college. Well, new tonight.
Later captured by you. They caught up with him.
Case for a few
Okay,
seconds.
hold on. So I want y'all to hear him hollering like a stuck pig. Hold on. Hold on.
And tases him in the back where it hits his back and his leg, and immediately goes to the ground.
Taser deployed! Taser deployed! Put your hands out! Put your hands out! Hands out!
After complaining about his cold fries, this man, who already had murder charges against him, is now headed back to jail.
It's very unusual that someone, knowing that he is wanted by the police, would call the police, but Mr. Sims did that.
Sit with him in an apartment complex.
An officer gives chase for a few seconds and tases him in the back where it hits his back and his leg, and immediately goes to the ground.
Taser deployed! Taser deployed! Put your hands out! Put your hands out! Hands out!
After complaining about his cold fries, this man, who already had murder charges against him, is now headed back to jail.
It's very unusual that someone, knowing that he is wanted by the police, would call the police, but Mr. Sims did that.
Sims is currently in the Cobb County.
Now they're gonna tell you all that is racist, and he done killed somebody, but when it comes to the police, he running and he on the ground crying like a stuck pig. You can't make it up. He's on the ground crying like a stuck pig. Now the next react is going to be Lil Boosie. It's going to be Lil Boosie gets pulled over and he said he's a victim. Well, let's see if Boosie is a victim. Let's see if Boosie is a victim. And I actually like Boosie too. I actually like him. But let's watch this.
Pregnant for me. Yeah, I got a lot of whole birth control pills and something for my. You know, can't get pregnant for me. Yeah, I got a lot of whole in my house right now.
on your back window. Thank you. How you doing, man? Y'all doing good? You got your license on you, man? Dang, that's so nice, dude. Y'all doing good today? Who's the registered owner of this car, man? You are? Okay. You got your ID on you, man? Y'all doing all right today? So the reason I pulled yours because your tag, okay? I can't see your tag 50 feet from the rear, which is in the state of Georgia. Did you? From where? Who took it from you before? I know that. Appreciate it, man. All right, I'll be right back. Let me check things out, okay?
The young man that's driving this car is under 21. And you can tell by the license. And so the officer said they pulled him over because he couldn't see his tags. Now, again, 9.9 times out of 10, the police can make a guess and they're going to be right. Because when people are doing stuff they ain't supposed to be doing, you look different outside of your vehicle. You think you in there just chilling and you look normal. But from the outside of the car, we know you're doing something. So let's just see if this is a justified stop.
Receipt 783 West JTA out there.
No, I got a lot of cash in 30.
Right, 20 should be pulling up.
Fairman 2 Street. You getting your returns on that track?
I smell marijuana right here.
Yeah, they're from the party. Okay. I think we should move it over there because we're about to get deep in the
Oh, here. You need a lane, I'll block the lane with my car.
Okay.
Let me do that?
Yeah, that's fine. Hey, I'm going to take my driver out first, detain him, and then you got it. Hey, step out for me real quick. It's going to be detained for now, okay? All right, real quick. All right, so your weapons on you, knives, guns, drugs, any marijuana. All right, so you need marijuana in that car. I'm getting a strong odor. Okay, stand back your time.
Now, I want y'all to pay attention. Boosie ain't loud. He ain't talking crazy. He's very calm and no problem. Now, I want y'all to remember this vision of Boosie right now and then compare it to what you're about to see. What's up, Tyree? Yeah, they probably had some party somewhere. I don't know, probably some party or something. But the one officer said that he smelled weed. So, again, we're going to watch this to see if this is a justified stop. Because Boosie claims he's being harassed by the police.
All right, is there any marijuana in that car or any other drug?
Nah, I'm smoking a blunt, bro. Like,
Okay. Bro, you're good. I got you. As long as you're honest with me, I'm honest with you, okay? So
I
stand
can't
by.
keep going through this, though, bro. Like, I
Well, you
just
gotta
can't,
also-
bro.
you
I
also gotta-
can't.
So Boosie admitted that he was smoking a blunt. He just admitted he was smoking a blunt. Now, is smoking blunts legal in Georgia? He just admitted he was smoking a blunt. Is smoking a blunt legal in Georgia? The answer is no. So he already admitted he's in the wrong. So we already know in this traffic stop, he ain't being unjustly pulled over. Because you don't have your tags on your car, because you have the dealership tag still on there. So you don't have any tags on your car, and you're smoking weed. I know what y'all saying, Blanche. You selling out. I know. I got it. I know.
Bro, I can't, bro. I don't do no wrong. I don't do shit, bro.
It's illegal to sell it.
Bro, I gotta go to y'all superior and file charges.
He said, I got to go to you all superiors to file charges. The police officer told him that smoking weed is illegal in Georgia. He said, I got to go to your superiors and file. So what are you going to file the charges based on? You said you were smoking weed and they pulled you. Like, I'm just trying to figure out, what is he going to tell them? I was smoking weed, but I shouldn't have got pulled over. I don't know. You 100% correct. The problem is that we don't accept the police as authority. That's 100% correct, and the problem. We don't respect them as authority.
Is this diabetes stuff?
Could be.
Let me go put on some gloves real quick.
Now you know it's weed and stuff all in the car. I mean, it's blunts and we. So again. If you listen to the complaints that people have, it's not about anything that's innocent. It's not about innocence. The complaints we have are that we feel like the police allow white people to do crime and we can't. That's our biggest gripe. So we feel like when we get pulled over, they aren't pulling over white people. But if you look at the statistics, I can guarantee there are more white people in the country and they're getting pulled over. So somebody said it and is 100% correct. We don't respect the police as authority. Boosie got out the car and said he was smoking a blunt. He said he was smoking a blunt. So now we got the blunt in the car, the weed, the tags, everything just lining up for. Now I want you to see, but Boosie this whole time been calm. He's been calm.
Is she the only one in it?
My bad. I just want to show this one where he's talking crazy because the other camera angles from the police. I want y'all to hear this one. Now, remember that Boosie was calm. He was very calm with no problems. Now he about to turn up.
Hold on, one second.
Like that.
Good? I got you. As long as you're honest with me. You can have a seat if you want to stand up. All right, is there any marijuana in that car, man, or any other drug?
Nah, bro, I was smoking a blunt, bro. Like,
okay. Bro, you're good. I got you. As long as you're honest with me, I'm honest with you, okay?
I can't keep going through this, though, bro. Like, I
we
just
gotta
can't, bro. I can't, bro. I don't do no wrong. I don't do shit, bro.
It's illegal.
Bro, I gotta go to y'all security and file charges, man. It's harassment. It's every day. I can't even live. I moved to the country to fucking live, bro. I did 6 years on my back. Fuck. Come on, man. Fuck all this shit up. I'm like that. I go in there and fight the police and spit on your shit. Every fucking body. Because I'm tired.
He said, I did 6 years on my back in death row. I'll go in there and fight the police and everybody. I'll spit on them because I'm tired. Now, this is how he's talking. Now, y'all tell me they're afraid of the police. He just said he's going to beat the police up and he's going to spit on them. So y'all tell me they're afraid of the police. He in handcuffs talking like this. Now, according to y'all, he's supposed to get shot for talking like this because he's a threat. But he's not done, though.
Bro. I'm ready to fucking roll me. Tired, bro. Tired, bro. Fuck all this shit up. I'm like that. I go in there and fight the police and spit on your shit. Every fucking body. Because I'm tired, bro. Feel fucking live, bro. Fuck all this shit up. I'm like that. I go in there and fight. Fight the police and spit on your shit. Every fucking body. Because ready to fucking roll me. Tired, bro. Tired, bro.
Coming up on
whatever you want fucking do, we can do. That's how the fuck I feel. I got real bond money. Fuck about this shit. Lock me up whatever the fuck you gonna lock me up for. I'm tired, bro. I'm tired. I'm tired of being fucked with. I'm tired.
Still by himself. There's no other unit behind me. 783, we're coming up on the
I want everybody down here down first. I'm gonna spit on every fucking nurse in that bitch.
Now he said he gonna punch him in the face. He said he gonna spit on every nurse. So now he said he gonna punch the police. He gonna spit on every nurse. He gonna make them charge him because he got bond money. I'm just trying to figure out, are we afraid of the police or are we not afraid of the police? Which one is it? Are the police hunting us down or are they not hunting us down? Which one is it? Just let me know which one is it. Because according to Boosie, he gonna spit on everybody when he gonna spit on everybody. He said he gonna spit on everybody.
Make you charge me. I'm gonna show you how I get down when I get locked up. I'm gonna show you how I get down. I'm gonna make them bitches whoop me. They gonna get a charge. I'm gonna make them whoop me. When you come to them, I'm gonna put them in their feet. I'm going out like a gangster. You gonna have to knock my fucking teeth off, buddy. And you gonna get sued like a dog.
He said when these cuffs come off, I'm gonna punch them in their face. I'm gonna make them whoop me, and then y'all gonna get sued. You gonna have to knock my teeth out, and I'm gonna sue you. Now listen, now he done orchestrated all this. He done said he gonna punch. So it's premeditated. He said I'm gonna punch them in their face. They gonna hit me back, and they gonna get sued. Somebody said, why the nurses? I'm just saying Boosie was so calm when he got out the car. And now when the camera's in his face, he talking crazy. Y'all saw when he was back away from the other camera, he wasn't saying nothing. He was quiet. When that camera got close to him, now he gonna punch the police in their face. Like he doing all this terroristic threats. The police ain't put their hands on him. They ain't pulled a taser out. They ain't pulled a gun out. They ain't even said be quiet. He talking this reckless to the police, and the police haven't said nothing to him. Somebody said it's one of the pillars of our community. It sure is. And I like Boosie too.
I'm ready now. I'm all the way ready. I'm gonna show them how I get down and be off. Why? I'm gonna punch on the first white boy I see in that bitch. I swear to God, I damn break. Any nurse, I'm gonna spit on.
So now he said he gonna punch. He said when he get locked up, he said he gonna punch on the first white boy that he see. And he gonna spit on every nurse. This man said, I'm gonna punch the first white boy I see and spit on every nurse. Could you imagine if a white person said this? Could you imagine if a white person said, I'm gonna punch the first black person I see? You would automatically think that white person was racist. But when Boosie says it, it's nothing. How is it not racist if Boosie is saying I'm gonna hit somebody because they white? Somebody said tase him and he'll stop talking. You see the last guy that got tased, he was hollering like a stuck pig. But I'm saying, how is it not racist to say I'm gonna punch the first white boy I see? Nobody else could. An Asian person couldn't say I'm gonna punch the first black person I see. A Hispanic person couldn't say I'm gonna punch the first black person I see. A white person couldn't say I'm gonna punch the first black person I see. But Boosie can say I'm gonna punch the first white person I see, and nobody say nothing about it. And y'all tell me y'all don't have privilege? Is that not privilege? That sounds like privilege to me. That sounds like privilege to me. And then he said, I'm going to spit on all the nurses. The same nurses that y'all said was heroes, just last year they was a heroes. Now y'all hate them. But remember last year nurses was heroes. He's saying he going to spit on the heroes. Y'all ain't saying nothing about it. Let's continue.
Get on that bitch. I ain't playing. Watch out, shine. Watch out. I bet I get along for Mason. I bet you fucking with a treasure, motherfucker. I'm ready now. I'm ready to go to jail. First, let us out handcuffed. That's who we attack. We gonna tear that bitch up. They gonna have to kill us in that bitch. I swear to God, because I'm tired, bro.
This man said, now the guy he talking to, I don't think he with all that because he don't seem like he with all that. He kind of like, man, chill out. Boosie saying, we got these handcuffs. We're going to, when we get out these handcuffs, they going to have to do something to us. We're going to tear the whole place up. He already said, now listen now. This man is in handcuffs, and he's saying, when we get out these handcuffs, we going to tear the jail up. And y'all are telling me that we're afraid of the police. Can we just stop the cap, please? Please. There's no way you could be afraid of the police while you threaten the police with your handcuffs behind your back. You can't be afraid of the police. It's privilege. It is absolute privilege. Somebody said, if you tired, stop breaking the law. Exactly. Dude in this pink shirt, like, man, I ain't about none of this. I ain't about none of this. I was just driving. He talking, Boosie went from me to us. He went from me to we. So when you start speaking French, nah, we ain't finna do that. Ain't no we. You gonna punch the police, not me. Talking about we. We gonna tear it up. Nah, don't put me in it. But you on your own. Talking about we. Nah, ain't no we.
I work hard every fucking day. Every fucking day I'm getting pulled over every my people. I'm getting targeted, bro. My license plate is white. I'm targeted. And I ain't never birth control pills or something for one of my bitches. That's all. Birth control pills or something for my bitches.
Now they ask him about the pills in the car. He say it's birth control for one of his women. He said the pills is birth control for one of his women. Now, Boosie said he gonna punch the police. He gonna punch the first white boy. He gonna spit on the nurses, and he gonna tear the jail up. He said all these threats he done issued out. All these threats. But he said he being targeted though. He said he being targeted. But the first thing he said was I was smoking a blunt.
You know bitches can't get pregnant from me. Yeah, I got a lot of hoes sucking in my house right now. Yeah. I got like 35 hoes sucking at my house right now. If anybody want their suck, let me know. Bitch, I'm ready to fight.
He said, I got a lot of women at my house giving head. I got a lot of not women at my house giving head. Anybody want some head, let me know. So now he done went from telling him he gonna beat him up to now he offering them head at his house. We can't make this up. We can't make this up. This man said, I got a lot of women at my house giving head. If y'all want some head, let me know. So now we got assault. Now we got terroristic threats. And now we got prostitution. Solicitation. Nah, there ain't no birth control pills. You know good well ain't no birth control pills.
Don't they suck, let me know. Like 35 hoes sucking in my house right now. You know bitches can't get pregnant from me. Yeah, I got a lot of hoes sucking in my house right now. Yeah. I got like 35 hoes sucking in my house right now. If anybody want their suck, let me know. Bitch, I'm ready to fight. I take off the, I could fight. I would throw them bitches within the office. All you do is take off their bag.
So he went from, he said he got 35 women at his house and they giving head. If you want some head, let me know. But he said he want to fight. He said he can fight. He said he'll fight with any officer. Just take your badge off. So again, we are not afraid of the police. It's a lie. It is a bold-faced lie. Matter of fact, we don't respect the police, and that's the problem. For this man to get out the car and say I was smoking a blunt like it was nothing is just absolutely insane to me. And they say he's being targeted. Somebody said he's bipolar. Well, yeah, you got to be bipolar because you're going from offering fellatio to wanting to fight. Which one is it? Do I get some head after I get beat up? Which one is it? It's crazy. No, you don't respect the law. You don't respect nothing. You don't respect yourself. Let's continue.
And they gun. And I'm going to throw them bitches with you in the parking lot. I'm like that, man. I moved out here for training. I'm going to sell my shit. Car is not stolen. Registration is right. The tag is right. I was pulled over because it's Boosie's car. You fucking motherfuckers are targeting my vehicle. You're targeting my vehicle.
So he said he ready, he liked that he'll fight. He said, but he got pulled over because they was targeting his vehicle is because he was Boosie. It's because he was Boosie. You 100% correct. Now he playing the victim. Now you done said you gonna whoop the police, you gonna punch the first white boy, you gonna spit on the nurses, you gonna tear the jail up, and now you a victim. Now we went through all that. Now you talking about now I'm a victim. They picking on me. If they picking on you, then sue the city. If the police are picking on you, let him tell them they pull him over every day. If the police are pulling you over every single day and picking on you, then sue the city. Sue Fairburn, Georgia. He said you moved to Georgia for change. The only problem is, people, he the same Boosie though. Your zip code don't change you. That's a misconception. A lot of y'all try to move to different places and start fresh. It ain't gonna, you the same person. You just gonna be you in a new city. So what Boosie should have did was Boosie should have changed Boosie before he moved. Because all he did was bring Boosie to the new address. And he getting the same results. Still getting involved with the police. Now, keep in mind now, he was getting involved with the police when he was in the streets, and now he's getting involved with the police when he out the streets. So the common denominator is him. It ain't just because he Boosie, it's because what Boosie's doing. Boosie want to ride around smoking a blunt like he in Cali, knowing good and well you moved to Georgia for change. You didn't move to Cali for change. You should have moved to Cali. But these folks don't want to go to these other places, these liberal cities. They get robbed everywhere. These artists and people know if they move these other liberal places, they finna get robbed. It's a free-for-all with crime in New York and California. Everybody know it. And everybody know it.
If I was a white college player, you wouldn't fuck with my vehicle. If I played soccer or baseball, you wouldn't fuck with my vehicle.
And there we have it, folks. You heard it. He cried racism. I knew it was coming. I didn't get this far in the video. He said, if I was a white college player, you wouldn't have pulled me over. If I played soccer or baseball, you wouldn't have pulled me over. Now, Boosie done said he gonna punch the first white boy he see. He gonna fight the police. He gonna punch them. He gonna spit on the nurses. He gonna tear the jail up. And now he's saying they racist. And now he gonna say they racist. Boy, listen, you can't make this up. Somebody said he went from a thug, a pimp, to a crybaby in less than 10 minutes. Right. Literally, it's like multiple, what's it called? Split personality disorder? Something where you just a whole bunch of, like he done went through all these mood swings. This is what drugs do though. When you're going through all these mood swings, you calm, you excited, you want to fight, you want to offer sex, you do all that. It's just up and down like a roller coaster.
You'll stop him for an autograph.
I'm gonna give you a citation for marijuana. All right.
For the smell of marijuana.
No, you'll be fine.
Palms on the floorboard.
There's some bags. There's 2 bags. All right. I'm gonna give you.
The police say we're gonna give you a citation. He said because y'all smelled marijuana. Now the man just said when he got the car, he smoked. This is what's funny, right? This is what's funny. He already said he was smoking a blunt. He already said this. Now he's saying y'all smelled marijuana, and then the police say no, it's marijuana in the car. Boosie say because y'all found something in the dashboard, and he said no, we found 2 bags. So you just lied. First you say like it wasn't no marijuana. Now you tell him where the marijuana was, and he said it was 2 bags. Like, but you being listen, man, listen. Dear people that want to be black. Somebody said schizophrenic. That's right. The only way you are going to be able to succeed in life is if you are accountable for what you do. If you are not an accountable person, you are going to be subject to bondage. What are you saying, Black? I'm saying that if you don't make yourself accountable, then somebody else will. And when they make you accountable, it's going to involve taking away your liberties, your rights, and your freedoms. So it's best that you yourself control your accountability. And don't leave it up to the state or the government or the police or the feds or whoever else. You make yourself accountable. So you can't go from saying you're going to punch the police in the face and then say you're being targeted. I'm sorry.
Citation for alleged murder. And that's it. All right? I'm going to let y'all be on about your business. Are we good? Yeah. Okay. We'll take the handcuffs off. You got to sit in the car.
Now the handcuffs are coming off. Let's see if he do what he said he was going to do. Now he said he's going to punch him in the face. So let's see when the handcuffs come off if Boosie is really about what he was talking about. Let's see.
Bro, I'm just tired, bro. I just take time. If you let me go, just let me go. I'm going to file charges right now. I'll be up.
Have a seat. I'll grab that.
So Boosie said he's going to press charges or file charges. Now my question is, he's already on camera admitting that he was smoking a blunt, and he admitted that there was marijuana in the floorboard or dashboard or dash, whatever he said. I think dashboard for whatever. The police already said it was 2 bags of marijuana in there. So my question is, what is he going to file charges based on? I just don't understand what you telling the folks you were smoking a blunt, and the guy said, well, smoking marijuana is illegal in Georgia. You can't smoke no blunt. So I'm just trying to figure out, what's he going to press charges on? Can you all hear me now? You should be able to hear me now. So I guess long story short is, we just watched 2 videos of 2 people in the wrong, but did not want to accept accountability. So this whole police narrative that we're talking about, it's really about accountability. Even when that George Floyd thing happened, there was an older man on the side, and he was saying, man, just get in the car. Now, keep in mind, the month prior, when George Floyd got arrested, he got in the car with no problem. So why was it a problem this time? Why was it a problem this time? You notice in that video, George Floyd didn't say he wasn't guilty. He just said he was claustrophobic. He was high. So what I'm telling you is that the older gentleman on the sidewalk was saying, man, just get in the car. Everybody know you a criminal. Everybody know you've been getting locked up. Why is it different this time? And I'm gonna do a video about the ritual that we know as George Floyd. I'm gonna do a video on that ritual and let y'all know how that was all predicted and already is all staged. I know you don't want to believe it because it takes away all your emotion and your excuses, but it was all set up. All you gotta do is go back and watch that video and ask yourself, how could he be suffocated if he was talking and yelling? When you're being choked and your air is being cut off, you cannot yell and you cannot talk because you're trying to breathe. So clearly, the knee on the neck did not stop him from breathing. It's just common sense. But Boosie is going to be filing charges. Oh, you talking about Marshawn Lynch? Marshawn Lynch was funny too, though. You know, and these guys ought to be ashamed of themselves, though. They ought to be ashamed. Really, and really what it is, you all, it's just being immature. It's just being immature. These men don't want to grow up. And I talk about that with black about the pillars, the 4 destructive pillars of the Black community. The first pillar is that Black people are hold on.
Live streaming can be tricky, and sometimes trying to find the right.
Is that a permanent gold?
Okay, so the 4 pillars of destruction with the Black community are: number 1, Black people as a whole are emotionally immature and unintelligent. This is culturally. Culturally, Black people are emotionally unintelligent and immature. Number 1, Black men suffer from arrested development, meaning that Black men don't want to grow up, don't want to assume responsibility, don't want to be bigger than the roles that are asked of them. 2, Black women struggle with humility. Black women are not humble. If you don't believe me, just talk to them for longer than 10 minutes. You'll hear it. Black children don't have any identity. Those are the 4 destructive pillars: emotionally immature, unintelligent. Black men don't want to grow up. Black women not humble. Black children, lack of identity. Those are the 4 pillars that plague the Black community. And the only way to fix them is through accountability. I wish I had the Marshawn Lynch picture. So here goes Marshawn Lynch. I'm gonna play this real quick. I gotta go after this. I gotta go. Thank y'all for tuning in today. I really enjoyed you all today. Hope y'all enjoyed the reactions. And I want to leave on an even more positive note. I should be unmuted now. That I want, the men, to man up and start taking responsibility for, yourselves and your community. As a man, everything around you should be getting better. You should make things around you better. Like when you come around, folks should be at ease. When you come around, people should feel safer. People should feel confident. So just know, as a man, when you come around, it should almost be like as if a prophet showed up, as if God showed up, as if because this person is here, everything's going to be okay. That's what we have to get back to, as men. I don't see that. I've seen the last 2.5 years, I've seen men just get weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker and more soft and more soft and more soft, to where now we look like soft serve ice cream. And anything somebody says to us, we crying and breaking down, making excuses, slanging snot. You rarely hear any men from the Black community say that it's my fault, I'll take accountability. You rarely hear that. It doesn't even happen anymore. You don't even hear it. Every man now is just as excuse orientated. And at the end of the day, we are supposed to be leaders. We are supposed to be leaders. So if you want to see and check the pulse of Black men in America, I'm not Black myself, but you want to check the pulse of Black men in America, then look at the leadership. Look at who we actually listen to and follow. If it's think about it now, we listen to LeBron James, we listen to Don Lemon, we listen to Umar Johnson. You know, we listen to look who the leaders are in our community, in the Black community, and it's just disgusting. So it's no way for us to have that bad a leadership and then us on this level do it the right way. It's impossible because we're idolizing rappers and athletes and entertainers and politicians and woke weekend warriors. It's all BS. So instead of getting our instructions from God, we're getting them from the world, and that's the problem. So I thank y'all for tuning in. I love you all, and I will see y'all in a couple of days. Thank you all so much.